used to go to France twice a year. I miss my family, I miss my parents, and I miss my friends in France for sure.
喺香港有人想走，但有人就選擇留低或者作為暫借嘅屋企。兩位法國人 Élodie 同埋 Andrea 喺香港做嘢，相識拍拖，生活咗7年啦。
Japan was for the cultural aspects, and because I, as a kid, play video games, read anime, watch anime, read mangas. But Hong Kong, to be honest, it was just for a job opportunity. Okay. I could find a job remotely in a French bank, and for me it was just my first job ever. So I prefer travel and discover a new country, and start my first job. It was supposed to stay 1 year.
And it was a housewarming party of common friends. So it was on a beautiful rooftop with the view on the Chengchao port.
Yeah.
I remember you offered me some sangria.
yeah, get you drink. And then I make some jokes, and because she was laughing at my jokes, I feel okay, we have the same sense of humor.
And at that time I didn't realize like I could like him. Actually, we don't know very well Hong Kong.
We don't know Hong
France.
Kong, yeah. What I did before coming to Hong Kong, I went on Google Map and Wikipedia and I read the basics because I knew nothing. Hong Kong is a 3D city. Like, we are not used to that coming from France. If you have a map and you have everything on 2D. But in Hong Kong, you don't know there is a shop at the 2nd floor, 3rd floor. We are not used to that.
Oh, I remember also the metro. First time I took the metro, I was like so clean. I was like, no smell.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And this, I remember I took pictures for my parents. I took the corridor and the wall, like the walls of the MTR, you know, in each station, different color.
Those are beautiful,
so clean.
Yeah.
And so clean.
Yeah.
No graphs, no peas.
For me, the most impressive was
the
south of the island, because it's a very sharp road and you see the cliff and the water, and you have this crazy minibus going like this. Do you have an explanation why the red are faster?
The two parts are really what makes Hong Kong so good, like the very energetic city and the beautiful and big and wild nature.
Yeah, in south of France I was used to go to the beach, but it's a small town, and living in a big city like Hong Kong and being able as well to have the beach at 30 minutes, this is kind of unique. And I think when people come just for a business trip, like 1 week or only a few days, they don't have time to enjoy the green area, so they
will
just
go
think,
to Lang Kwai Fong.
Yeah, they do Lang Kwai Fong, they do just Central, and they leave Hong Kong and they know nothing.
What I hate the most in Hong Kong, the noise. Luckily we can escape during the weekend and we can go like on some islands. And it's when I'm back to France and then I come back to Hong Kong, I realize even at like 4 a.m. we, like in our bedroom, recently we
can hear the workers at
4
night.
a.m. You're like,
Yeah, or during
what?
the night.
No, and for me the worst, really the worst, if we can say so, it's when someone sees you're rushing to enter the elevator and you see them like that. Like press to close the door.
But it becomes funny at the end, like, and you start to play the same game. Once I did it to someone.
What? 哇，講起法國文化，除咗藝術、時裝，仲有美食，唯獨味道係最能夠解鄉愁嘅。
During the weekend, usually we cook for ourselves, or when we have friends at home, also we will cook. This is something we like. I think for French people, it's important to
share food.
Yeah, to share food. First we drink, then we eat, then we drink again, and we chat, and we talk about food. So today we are cooking gratin dauphinois, which is a dish that my mom used to do. It's basically potatoes and cream. It's from the Lyon region, and it's kind of typical family dish because you cook a big portion and then you share and you serve on Sunday with a roasted chicken or like with the meat usually.
Ratatouille is typical from south of France, from Provence, and the base of the recipe is tomato, olive oil, and then a lot of different vegetables like peppers, zucchini, and eggplants. It's easy to cook because you put all vegetables and it cooks for 1-2 hours, and then it's delicious.
This dish is really reminding me my childhood, so I want to learn how to cook it by myself while I'm abroad. And the main difference is that in France maybe we could have a bigger kitchen. Come home at 9 or 10 p.m. sometimes. So in that case, I'm happy Adrian is at home, then he can cook for me.
喺香港，佢哋最中意嘅唔係法國菜喎，竟然係一間 fusion 嘅點心店，真係估唔到啊
！Ça va et toi? Ça va? Hello. They're gonna have the sea bass, which is based on fresh sea bass and lemon butter, and it comes from a recipe from my grandmother. My grandmother was born in Morocco, and so I'm doing a very Middle East taste into that dumpling, making the shell en bao. But inside, I put some foie gras. It's one bite, it's 1 spoon. As a guilo, I didn't want it to have the same approach than all the Chinese. If I try to do Cantonese dumpling, no one will come to me. So I decided to add some Western ingredients.
So here it's the region where we come from. Kind of have this little map to remind us where do we come from. This picture is exactly where we first met with Adrian, with our 2 friends. So that was on the rooftop in Chengchao. I miss my family, I miss my grandparents, I miss my parents, and I miss my friends in France for sure. Luckily we have some friends in Hong Kong as well now, keep us warm, kind of. We plan to go back to France at some point. Especially because, okay, now we cannot go back to France. So for Christmas, for the first time, we didn't spend Christmas with our families.
Yeah, we never plan to leave Hong Kong. We know as well that we will not stay forever in Hong Kong.
Especially if you still have friends and family there, you will always feel that a part of you is in your home country. So a part of our story, of our childhood, the things we loved, this is still part of ourselves.
I love Hong Kong. I spent 11 years, so it's kind of home. For me, it's not final home. It's not my...
記得訂閱果子啦，仲要撳埋個鐘仔添啊！